what do you as managers and you as that small team around her do when like people are just coming at her so hard because the impassioned reactions that she gets from fans go the other way too. The reactions that remind me of Madonna or Nicki Minaj, and people who are confrontational about things. I was actually going to use the word misogynist in talking about the reactions that Lana, who is a very provocative artist, intentionally provocative. How do you keep that? Well, all right, I'll sidebar for 1 second on the story. I actually know one of Lana's college professors who was telling me about what it was like when she was in class. And he said that, there was one day, he said she was kind of quiet, not really the persona you see now. But one day she came in and played a couple of songs for the class. And everybody was just gobsmacked because he said they weren't as evolved as they are now, but the lyrics were very, very strong. And I think she's one of the funniest lyricists working today. But she was a bleach blonde. He showed me a photo of her and everything like that. Anyway, even then, he said she had a very strong sense of who she was. But what do you as managers and you as that small team around her do when like people are just coming at her so hard because the impassioned reactions that she gets from fans go the other way too? The reactions that remind me of Madonna or Nicki Minaj, and people who are confrontational about things, but that brings an awful lot at her, and it must be very difficult to be on the receiving end of it. How do you keep her focused and not upset by all of this? I'm sure she's a very strong person, but I mean, it would catch up with anybody.
I mean, and this doesn't just apply to her, right? Like all artists, and unfortunately, we have a majority female artist roster, and unfortunately, female artists just get absolutely annihilated, and this happens to all of them, right? So and for whatever reason, male artists just don't get it. We've got a male artist, Dermot Kennedy, and like he's got nearly 1 million followers on Instagram, and there's just not that cynicism about what he does. There's not a lack of trust in what he does. There's not a questioning of his authenticity. It's just accepted that he is coming from a real place. And all the female artists, Dua, Lana, everybody, they all face this like constant attack on their character, constant attack on their authenticity. And, there is no hiding from it. It is a horrible experience. And I don't know any artist that genuinely loves socials. Even Dua, who is like, she grew up on socials and she's in charge of all her socials, and she's, she gets it as bad as everybody else. So it is a really tough thing for anyone to endure. And it's a constant topic of conversation. We've said to labels, they should be, as part of the record deal, helping fund therapy. And, like in no joke, right? Like these young kids are taken and put in a position where they're assassinated in public all day, every day, and questioned in every form possible. So, it's a serious point, and that there's definitely a void of support now in this new world where an artist is at the spearhead of there is no barrier between them and people's opinion, and it's really tough. So that applies not just to Lana but to all of them, really.